AJ, it's been a busy few days. You've done a lot of sleeping on those planes, and I'm sure you want to get back to work now, preparing for a long, hard camp before a fight where the whole world will be watching. A chance for you to regain those belts up there and become a two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, it would be an honour to kind of get back home and sleep in my own bed. I've been sleeping a lot on the plane, but yeah, I could come up here and start talking in a different manner, in a different fashion to what you're used to, due to the fact that I don't sit here as the current champion, but I feel like circumstances shouldn't change character. We are that we are, and I respect Andy and his team, and I'm happy for him. I know what it means to kind of fight for the championship and win the championship, so he's given hope to the people of Mexico. For me, it's quite good as well, because I feel like when I started boxing, like you said, as Manny said, from 2011, I've kind of been grafting, but it's been paying off as well, you know, from the World Amateur Championships. And like when you look at, like, I'm not comparing myself, but as an example, let's say you take Lomachenko, who recently fought, you kind of look at their amateur record, which kind of gives them the credibility as a professional. So amateurs are important to the people coming through. And it's like, now it's the 16th fight for a champion. Klitschko, champion. Povetkin, champion. Parker, champion. Now I'm fighting another champion in Andy Ruiz. So you know that my challenges and my fights are never what we call cherry picking in boxing. They're the elite of the elite, top of the crop. And that little bit of motivation now when I'm fighting someone who has the skill set and is a champion. It's not as like I'm fighting someone that's a stepping stone to a champion. We can't kind of overlook Andy and his talents and his success in the ring, because I'm fighting the best out there right now. And right now, in my opinion, Andy Ruiz is the best heavyweight out there.
Obviously, the same question to you that I asked to Rob before. You've been tired over the years, I've seen it, of answering questions about the next fight. You said in the build-up to the previous fight, just worry about Andy Ruiz, I've got to beat this guy first. But this is unique for you, and probably since the Klitschko fight. This is the first time that people aren't talking about the fight after that. Is that refreshing to be sitting here? I know you want those belts, but you're sitting here without those belts, knowing your focus for these next 13 weeks is just on beating one man on December 7th.
Yeah, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to be mentioned alongside other fighters and for people to want you to fight the best in the division. So I'm not going to be like, man, I hated it. It's the reason why I got the loss. Andy landed a good shot that I couldn't recover from, and he managed to secure the win. But it is good. For any fighter out there, it's important that we always say, don't overlook your opponent, always focus on what's in front of you. Everyone knows how important it was for us to kind of overlook fighters, because we wanted to fight with the WBC champion. But now I'm fighting for WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO championships, and they're right in front of me. I don't have to overlook the man sitting on the right of me to get to that. I am walking straight to it. And as the days are ticking away, it'll come closer and closer and closer to the point where I'm in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, walking to that ring, probably jogging to that ring this time, cracking my neck, clenching my fists, and when that bell goes, we're going to get down and dirty and handle business, and I can't wait to trade some leather. And I think everyone's in for a good time. It's quite good for the UK TV. I think it's on at 9 o'clock here as well, 9 p.m. So you ain't got to stay up too late. And for the people traveling, from what I saw when I went out there, it was phenomenal. Hospitality's in the culture, they took good care of me. They tried to overfeed me, I had to hold back and remember I got a fight coming up. The food was delicious, I remember the prawns. Whew. I'm telling you guys are gonna have a good time. Good food, good weather, and an iconic fight. Clash on the Dunes, December 7th.
History has told us that you've always come back from those defeats. Even your defeat to Dillian Whyte early in your career, and when you lost for the European Championship, you then went and got silver in the World Championship, lost in the final, then you came back and won gold in the Olympics as well. This time, first time as a professional. Is it that stubbornness within you, that competitive instinct that could get you over the line in this fight?
It's born within me, my people, my friends, the people I decide to kind of stay around, we've all got that kind of stubbornness and that grit. You know, parents struggling and stuff like that. Everyone's been, you know, I don't know about you, but everyone's kind of.
Oh man, you don't want to see where I come from. Right.
No. It's an outside joke, not an inside joke. But listen, when you want to get somewhere, listen, this man to the right of me has put on some of the biggest shows, and I don't know where he gets that type of motivation from. But if I could take an ounce of that and use it in this fight, I'll get these titles back, because work ethic can't be denied. You know what I mean? And that stubbornness and that grit, I don't know what it is or why you have it or the people on this table out there have it, but it's what gets you places in life. Because we can read books and be taught certain things, but there's something deep within you, in your mind, your heart, your will. When you go to the well and they say it's all in the bank, put it all in the bank. Whoever's depositing more checks in that, you know, ATM machine to go and withdraw when you need it, when they say it's all in the bank, will come out on top. And I think the years of hard work will pay off, and I hope it pays off December 7th.
Final question. You know, some people say, is his motivation still there? He's made his money. How much do you want to win on December 7th? How much do you want to create history in Saudi Arabia? How much do you want those belts back? And how much do you want to defeat Andy Ruiz?
Motivation. It's never going to leave. It was interesting. I was watching a documentary on the way here, and it was about another boxer, and they were talking about, man, all I wanted to do was become a champion. And when they got to that stage, it was like they had nothing else to live for. So motivation was capped. It was to a point. And I always say that when I done the interview with Anna, it was on Sky, it was more about championship mindset, that the motivation is forever within me. Once I've got my purpose of life organised, I could do anything, and that motivation will remain the same. Put me on the street to clean graffiti off the wall. I want to make sure that my graffiti cleaning is better than yours. And that's just my purpose in life. So motivation isn't just about boxing. I've got to make a few changes in my lifestyle now to correct and align them again. So I align my stars. So come December 7th, I'm shooting straight and I know where I'm heading. And that's towards these titles. At the minute, they're just out of reach. But sooner or later, I'll be able to touch them again. And as I said, the good thing is, when the opportunity was presented, I didn't want to kind of go around different heavyweights and look for kind of warm-up fights and stuff like that, which there was an option to, and everyone in the division was telling me, oh man, you have some warm-up fights, why are you rushing back into it? And when I say not cut from the same cloth, it's not to disrespect anyone, but it's just that your opinion is different from my life and what I decide to do with it. And that's when I make up from different cloths, is that I know what I want to do, and I'm like, believing in myself and that instinct is what's brought me through boxing, and I don't want to change that now. I've got something right in front of me and I don't want to change trusting in my instinct just yet. So I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to, you know, put on a good fight in December, and I prepare solely for Andy, no one else. And I hope Andy kind of gets through his training camp well, prepares well, and is strong, so he can see me fight week.
Thank you, AJ.